This call is now being recorded.
Okay. Yeah. So in the last session, we have discussed about data types present in Python, and I have given a like entirely we have not seen entire functionalities of all the data types, but yeah. So like I have given a brief description about about few data types, not all, like the numericals, strings, and the list, right? So there are two more data types. We'll look into the two more data types as well, and then yeah, we'll dig deep dive into these data types, like what are the functionalities present in the data types and all. We'll look into it. Yeah, before that now we'll look into this other two data types what we have discussed so far. Okay, I'll share my screen. I hope everyone has installed Anaconda in their laptops or their respective desktops. Yeah, and practicing as well. Okay, yeah. So I'll open my Jupyter notebook by directly going into my terminal. I'll just type Jupyter notebook. Yeah, so automatically my Jupyter notebook is opened up in the browser. And yeah, Hyse May 2022 batch and session1.ipynb. Okay, if I come down, yeah. So these were the data types which we were discussing yesterday. So the first one is numerical. Yeah, we discussed a bit about numerical. Not only that, strings, and not only that, we have discussed about lists, and we have discussed about slicing operations done in strings as well as lists, right? So I told like lists are called as mutable objects, if you remember. Like yeah, so lists are called as mutable objects. So why they are called as mutable objects means so the list items can be updated by using the index number. Like yesterday I have told you, like if a of 0 is 1, so automatically you can update this a of uh, I mean the one value with some other string or some other number. It's up to you, whatever you like, right? See, so the one is updated with the string Rajesh. Yeah, the one is updated with the string Rajesh. That means lists are called as mutable objects since we can update everything present inside a list. Remember that. And coming to the fourth data type, the name of the fourth data type is tuple or tuple, whatever it is. Tuples are something, it acts same like lists only, but there's a small difference between lists and tuples. So tuples are called as immutable objects. Yeah. So yeah, so what do you mean by this immutable objects? That means the items present inside the tuple cannot be updated. Okay, for example, so first we'll try to create a tuple and then we'll look into that immutable objects type. Yeah, in order to create a tuple, the syntax for tuple is a is equals to. Okay, the variable declarations and all, I'll tell you how to declare a variable. But as of now, like since we are into the introduction part of Python, remember whatever I'm typing and whatever I'm saying. So use parenthesis. That means if you're using parentheses, that means you're telling Python that we are starting a tuple and then add some elements into this tuple. Same thing. I'll take 1, 2, 3 and Rajesh. Okay. And we'll print it out. So if I print it out, automatically the tuple is printed out. Yeah, you can use print statement as well. It's up to you, or simply give the name. If you give the name, no, only the last one will get printed out. The remaining ones, they won't get printed out. If you want to print everything up and use the, if you want to print everything up, use the print statement properly. Good. Yeah. So in the tuples, yeah. So first we'll discuss about the indexing position in tuples. So if I type a of 0, see, we can access the elements present inside the tuple. Not only that, if I use 1, yeah, so likewise. And if I want only 0, 1, like 1, 2, 3 value, whether the slicing operation is done in tuple or not, we'll check. Suppose I want only 1, 2, 3 values. We are using the same syntax as same syntax for slicing operation as list. So whether we'll look into it whether it will work or not. So 0 is to 3. Yeah, see, slicing operations are also can be done in tuples as well. But why they are called as immutable objects in the sense, if I want to update the number 1, based upon my index position. So these cannot be updated. See, a of 0, if I type it, equals to some random string called Naveen. See, so Python throws us the error, type error, type error. Okay, see the type error, you can clearly see tuple object does not support item assignment. That means you cannot assign items when, oh, 1 minute, yeah. So you cannot assign the items to the elements present in the list, sorry, in the tuple. So that's why these are called as immutable objects. Okay, remember, these are called as immutable objects. Yeah, good. So yeah, so that's what I mean. This is a normal description, like a quick description about tuples. Now we'll go into the fifth data type, that is dictionaries. Dictionaries are very important, guys. Not only, man, dictionaries, lists and everything are important, but dictionary play a crucial role in today's world. Okay, because dictionary comes with the key value pairs. Key value pairs, remember that. Okay, dictionary comes up with the key value pairs. So what do you mean by these key value pairs? Okay, first we'll create a dictionary and we'll try to understand how key value pair works inside a, yeah, inside a dictionary. Yeah, so same thing, I'll take a, see, okay, I'm considering only a, name a, right? So it gets overwritten every time. So if I'm using a equal to some string, and again if I'm giving a equal to list, that means the string is the string is overwritten by the list which
Sir,
I'm
your
giving to.
voice is breaking, sir.
Okay, can you hear me now? Is it okay? Hello. Yeah, can
Yes,
you
sir,
hear me
you're
now? Is it
audible.
okay? Good. Uh, yeah, yeah. What I mean to say is the a value. I'm using a value only, right? Every time the variable a. So if I use initially, if I'm using a as string, and in the second time I'm using a as a list, that means the string will be overwritten by the list which I'm giving there. Okay, I'm just giving you one basic example here. By taking only single variable, you can use n number of variables by giving different names to everything. It's up to you. Okay, I'll use only one value. If not, I'll use like another variable like dictionary sample. So this is my variable now. Okay. You can give any name to it. So dictionary sample. So in order to like create a dictionary in Python, we need to start opening our flower brackets. Remember, guys, list uses square brackets. List uses square brackets, and triples uses parentheses, and dictionary uses flower brackets. I mean, we use flower brackets to create a dictionary. Yeah, so we have started a dictionary by using the flower brackets. And yeah, so as I already told you, dictionary comes with key value pairs. That means the syntax for dictionary, you need to give like this actually. So I'll show it here. So like key one, assign value one. That means value one is assigned to key one. And the same way, key two assigned to value two. So key one and key two, or value one and value two, it's up to you. Whatever you want, you can give it as a numerical, or if you want to give that as a string, it's up to you. You can give whatever you want. Okay. For example, we'll consider numbers and strings, and we'll play with those for some time. And then later on in the ongoing classes, now I'll show you to use multiple data types into dictionary and all. Yeah, initially we'll use only numbers and strings. Cool. Yeah. So numbers and strings. So first we'll start with like I'll use 0 as my key, and followed by a string Rajesh. Okay. Here also I'll use 1 as a key. This is a second key, and I'm using value 2 as Naveen. Okay. And I'm going to give another one. And here, yeah, I'm going to give a name, other name Teja. Okay. So that means here the value Rajesh is assigned to key 0. The value Naveen is assigned to key 1. The value Teja is assigned to key 2. It's up to you. You can change the keys as well. I'll show you. I'll change the keys and I'll show you. But remember, so previously indexing was done. Indexing was done in lists and tuples, right? So we are accessing the elements by getting that index position. like a of 0. But here, in order to access that value, we need to get that key value and access it. It's that simple. Okay, how to do it? Okay, I'll execute this. I'll just print the statement out. I'll use dictionary sample here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. As you can clearly see, the dictionary, the output, whatever we're printing out for the dictionary is like this. Okay. Suppose if I want to right, okay, if I want to access only Rajesh, I don't want all the elements present inside the dictionary. So for that, what I'll do is I'll use dictionary sample of 0. See, okay, this is not indexing, guys. We are calling the key. I have given the key name as same as indexing name. That's why you don't get confused to it. Okay, that's why don't get confused to it. Yeah, so we'll use dictionary sample of 0, and yeah. So if I change the key value to something like name 1, see, it throws us the key error. There is no key called 0. See, the indexing is different and the keys are different here. So in order to access the name Rajesh, now I need to use the key called name 1, right? See, yeah. So I got Rajesh name here. In the same way, if you want to access Naveen, we'll use like I am changing the keys now. Name 2, name 3. Yeah, I'm changing the keys. And if you want to access only sample, use name 2. And if you want to like access Teja, we'll use the key called name 3. Okay. Yeah. So like that, you can access the values present by using the keys inside a dictionary. Yeah. So as I'm telling you, the key value pairs are very important because these key value pairs are used in real-time purposes very efficiently. That people are using it very efficiently. The key value pairs and all, they're using it in different ways actually for creating APIs. APIs are nothing but application programming interface, where it is used to communicate between two platforms, which are platform independent. Like you can communicate by using that key value pairs actually. They create that API and they communicate. Okay, that's why the key value pairs are very important. So understand the concept of key value pairs, then that's very easy for you. So that's how we use dictionaries present in Python, and we create dictionaries by using flower brackets, and we map up our values with the respective keys, like the keys whatever you like. Right? The keys might be numericals or strings, and the values also might be numericals or strings. It's up to you. Like according to the project requirement and all, you create the dictionaries and do it. Okay, yeah, we are good. Okay, so these are the basic description about our data types. So now we'll like look into one by one data type. Like we'll deep dive into these data types like one by one. So first we'll yeah, I'll share a PPT, and then we can. Okay, yeah. So we'll start with strings directly. Yeah. So since numericals and all, we have already seen it, and yeah, so we'll look into this strings actually. 1 minute. Okay. Yeah. So we'll see. Like there are like around so many slides here down there in this PPT. So we'll complete one by one slide, and after completing one by one slide, then we are done with the data types actually. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll look into it. Okay. First, we'll start with strings. Okay. So already I have given you the definition of strings and all. So here I have clearly mentioned like what is a string. A string is a sequence of characters or a collection of characters. It's not a kind of collection. Yeah. So it's a sequence of characters out there. So a character is simply a symbol. For example, the English language has 26 characters, right? It's just simply a symbol there, symbol, right? So these are exceptions out there. So once the exceptions or error starts, I'll tell you about this. For now, you can ignore this one. Okay, string concatenation. So common operation that performed on strings is concatenation or appending one string to the end of another string. So already we have done it, like by using plus symbol and all. We have done the string concatenation process. So not only that, we have done the string concatenation by using print statement a comma b. I mean, we are not storing that inside a variable, but for printing purposes, to see that concatenation and all, we have looked into that example as well. Good. Yeah. So Python strings. Python provides several ways to access the individual characters in a string. Yeah, as we have already discussed, Python provides us several ways to access characters, individual characters present inside the string. Strings also have methods that allow you to perform operations on them. Okay. Strings also have methods. That means, okay, methods are already built-in ones. Same like print statement is something where it is a built-in method, like we are using it. In the same way, strings are also having few, like, I mean, not few, there's so many built-in methods out there inside the string where you can use it. For example, in order to convert the string into uppercase, we have a method for it. Like, no need to write some logic to it. We are already having some methods which are already available in Python. So we'll use those methods and we'll do the respective operations. For example, converting the string into uppercase. Okay, so indexing, this thing we have already discussed. Indexing is something where you can access the individual characters in a string is with an index, right? So with an index starts with number 0. By accessing 0 index, you can access the first character present inside the string. Yeah. How to create a string in Python? Yeah. So we have seen like creating a string by using double quotes, but yeah. So strings can be created by using single quotes as well as triple quotes as well. It's up to us. Yeah. So if you are not storing a string with a triple quote inside a variable, then that becomes a comment for Python. So if you're storing that inside a variable, it considers that that as a string. The Python considers that as a string. Remember, if you want triple quotation, if you're writing a string in triple quotations, then definitely store that inside a variable so that it Python considers that as
Sir,
a
your
string. If
voice
you're
is
not
not
storing
clear,
that,
sir.
okay, is it clear now? Still, you're facing any issues? How about now?
No, sir, your voice is clear. I think the person who just called here, he has facing some network issue.
Okay, he's having issue with his network. Huh? Okay, that's okay. If you're having any issues with the network, na guys, like try to yeah, like move into a better network area or not like wait for the video to get uploaded in the YouTube. So there's no other option for us. Yeah. So whenever guys, like you're coming to the class now, like arrange the small things, like arrange a laptop for yourself and have a good network connectivity and all, because these are very important. Since we are learning online, these are the things which are very important. Yeah. Okay. We'll continue the class. And yeah. So what I was talking is, if you're using triple quotations to create a string, you need to assign that to a variable. My string is equal something. You can assign any name to it. You can create any variable to it and assign it. If you're not assigning that into a variable, that becomes comments, comments, multi-line comments in Python. Okay. Have I told you about the comments? No, right? Have we discussed about the comments in the last session?
No, sir.
Okay. So comments are something irrespective of the programming instructions, whatever you give, it ignores these values actually. See, I'm printing out a equal to 1, 2, 3 and a. So this is not printing out. So these are called as comments actually. This is a multi-line comment. So comments are used to describe about a program. Like where you can use this. For example, you have developed something. You have developed a code for addition program, for example, and you want to transfer that code to a developer to a new developer. So he will not understand, right? So whatever the code you have written there directly. So inside the comments, you mention him that this is an addition program, and I'm using these variables to access the addition program, and that's how the addition program is done. And this could be the output, like a plus b or something kind of. So if you write the comments like that, for each and every programming logic, whatever you are writing, it's very easy for you to understand that program, and it's very easy for others also to understand that that program belongs to that addition program kind of. So that's why we use comments there. See, simple. So here I'm explaining about the data types. I am using comments, like for using multi-line comments, we will use triple quotations. Okay, we use triple quotations for creating multi-line comments. So here I have mentioned like all the data types which I'm going to discuss, and this doesn't affect our output. If I want to use single line comments, see hash symbol. You use hash symbol and you use single line comments for it. Single line. So the next line will not be a comment. If you give a hash symbol again, that becomes a single line comment there. This doesn't affect the output. Remember, this doesn't affect the output. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we are back to the PPT. So let us see how the strings are created, like single, double, and triple quotations. Okay. Yeah, 1 minute, guys. I got a message. Okay, yeah, I'm done. Yeah, so we'll see. Like we'll use single quotations first to create a string, and we'll use double quotations as well as we'll use triple quotations for it, and then we'll see how the output is. Okay, so we'll use same example present in the PPT, because I'll share the PPT with you once we are done with one session, and yeah, so like the coordinator will give you the content and all so that you can work on. Okay. So Rajesh, yeah, it's created. I'll print my string. I'll print it out. Yeah, see. Yeah, if I use double quotations here, it gets printed out. What happens if I use triple quotations? In this way, I'll remove Rajesh. Yeah, same thing. See, if I use single quotations also, it is working. If I use double quotations also, it is working. And if I use triple quotations also, it is working. So you can use anything you want, like single quotations or double quotations or triple quotations. It's up to you. You know, to create a string, there are 3 ways. So 3 ways I've told you. And the 4th way is, yeah, you can use str. It's a keyword again. So you already like it's a print statement is a kind of keyword present in Python. In the same way, str has got its own feature. So here, if I use Rajesh, if I print out my string only, see, it's the same. So this is another way for creating your strings. Okay, remember. So str you can use or single quotations or double quotations or triple quotations, whatever. Okay, we'll go back to our PPT. Yeah, so yeah, see, strings can be created by enclosing characters inside a single quote or double quotes. Even triple quotes can be used in Python, but generally used to represent multi-line strings and doc strings. Yeah, so doc strings are nothing but the comments, whatever I told you, like the comment section. Okay. Yeah, so this thing we already done. The index of -1 refers to the last item, -2 to the second last item, and so on. We can access a range of items in a string by using the slicing operator. Yeah, we have already discussed this. Yeah, this thing I've again mentioned it. I don't know why. Yeah, ignore this. And here I've given few examples to access the characters by using index positions. And here slicing second to fifth character, sixth to second character. See, this slicing, by using negative indexing and positive indexing, you can slice the string characters actually. So try it out. Like use the combination of negative indexing and positive indexing to slice the operations, to slice the string, and understand how the things are working out and all. Okay, yeah. So how to change or delete a string? Strings are immutable. Okay, remember. So you can't change the character inside a string. Same like it goes. I mean, we have discussed about tuples, right? The same thing goes for strings. Strings are immutable. That means element of a string cannot be changed once it has been assigned. The characters, whatever you assign to a string, now you can't change it by using the index position of the character. You if you want to change I mean, you can change the entire string but not the characters. Like you can override the variable with a different string, you can change it, but inside that, by inside the string you can't change the characters by using the index positions. Okay, simply reassign different strings to the same name. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. So if you don't want Rajesh there, I'll use my string as Naveen, and I'll print it my string. like this, you're overwriting the original variable actually. So like this, you can change the string, but you can't change the characters present inside a string by using the index position. That's very important. Remember that. Okay, concatenation of two or more strings. So joining of two or more strings into a single one is called concatenation. Yeah, this thing we have already seen it. So you give it a try, guys. So whenever you get time, na, like you go to Anaconda, Jupyter Notebooks, and try to do whatever I'm saying in the classes. Okay. Okay. Here I have given few more examples. So strings in Python are identified as contagious set of characters represented in the quotation mark. Same thing only, but I've given few more examples here. So I'll share this PPT. You can, as a homework, now you need to complete all the functions, all the examples present in the PPT, and try to understand how the how the like the data types are working and understand about them. Understand about them. Okay, yeah, so I'll share the PPT, you just go through them. Yeah, Python string. So this is one way to create an empty string. Okay, so if you're not giving any string value, like suppose, so people create empty strings as well sometimes, so that they can dynamically change the content. For example, if you want to create an empty string, I'll use only two quotations and there is nothing present inside the string. So now I'll print it out. So this is an empty string now. This is entirely an empty string for me. So if you want to create an empty string, you can use str syntax as well. See, this is an empty string again. So here I have given the examples of empty strings and some examples to create a string and all. You can have a look at this string concatenation and this, and forget about this function thing, because we haven't discussed. I mean, we are like we are not discussed about functions and all. No? So ignore this. Once we enter into functions, I'll explain you how the functions work and all, and the loops as well. For now, we'll use only examples like which are not related to functions, which are not related to loops, and the remaining all we can look at it. Okay, same thing. Like I've given few more examples here. The same thing I have repeated it here. That's okay. Have a look at it. And last character, same thing. Yeah, here I have given one same example only. Just have a look at it. And this is the concatenation thing. And yeah, so if you're using this asterisk operator there, that means it's a multiplication symbol actually. So if you are using into three times the string will be printed out. I'll show you. So we'll consider a string. And if I use 3,
కానీ మరి మళ్ళీ ఏమైనా ఇబ్బంది అయితే ఎట్లా అన్నట్టు ఆలోచిస్తుండేమో మరి.
Sorry, someone is speaking. Can you mute it? Yeah, remember guys, don't speak in between because there's so many students out there, so we'll get distracted. Yeah, so see, so if I'm using asterisk symbol, the multiplication symbol, into 3 times, so Rajesh, and 3 times it got printed out. It's a like kind of concatenation there, right? So you can look into that example as well. I have given it here. And yeah, creating strings, same thing. I've repeated it, just go through it. Like, okay, this is also the index operator and all. Have a look at it. Okay, counts the number of times. Okay, this is a function actually. Ignore this. I'll teach you when we start functions and all. This is also a function. Yeah, so here comes the methods actually. We were talking about methods previously. That means methods are like inbuilt functions present in Python. Suppose first we'll start with uppercase kind of, where you convert this entire string into upper. Okay, how to use methods? Okay, let's first create a string. Okay, my string. Sorry, capital S I have written. So sorry, yeah, Rajesh. Yeah. So if I want to use a function, so anytime, whenever you're using any functions or to access the functions and all, you use dot notation present in Python. Okay, so this dot notation defines, so this is my string and I'm using this function on top of that string, kind of. Okay, for example, if I use upper, see, so upper is a built-in method. No need to write any specific logic for it. We are already having built-in methods present in Python. We'll use those built-in methods only and we work on the respective output. In the same way, the string has got its own methods. We have methods for lists, we have methods for tuples, we have methods for dictionaries as well. So there's so many methods out there. We are not going to discuss on all the methods, because if we discuss all the methods, then yeah, it's like we stuck on only one topic. So we'll discuss few methods, and I'll share the PPT with you. I have written as many methods as possible. To just practice those methods, then you will have a clear picture like how to use those methods. Okay. See, I have given one example here. So here I have given the yeah, sorry. So here I have given the method name and the description for it. Okay. So before going into these methods, we have other data type called as Boolean expressions. Okay. We have other data type called as Boolean expressions. Hashtag Boolean expressions. Okay. So Boolean expressions, involves only two values, that is true or false. True or false. Only true or false. Okay. For example, if you want to create a Boolean expression, simply take a, use true, true. See, if I print out a, see, it's printing out true for me. So it's not a string, like we are not using any quotations or something. It's a syntax present in Python directly. So I can use capital T, RUE, true means it's a Boolean expression, and the value for true is true. And you can use false as well. It's a false. That's it. Yeah. So understand these Boolean expressions also, and we'll look into the methods now. Okay. Yeah. I'll just explain you like for strings, I'll guide you the way. But for list, tuples, and dictionary, you need to work on it. I'll share the PPT. You need to work on it. Okay. Right. So is all num, is al num. That means the description part returns true. The Boolean expression true if the string contains only alphabetic letters or digits and is at least one character in length. Returns false otherwise. Okay. Let's see what happens. We'll go to our Jupyter notebook and is all num. See, it is returning true to me now. So it is, see, wherever you find this is, it returns only true or false. Remember, in any method, if you are finding this is, it returns only true or false. Okay. Dot upper is something where it converts the entire thing into uppercase. But yeah, is all num is also a function where you have it. Suppose if I use @ see, it considers only the alphabet letters or the numbers. It's see, if I'm using @ it's a symbol, right? Special character it is. So that's why is all num method, it gives you true only if you use only alphabets and numericals. So if you use special characters inside the string and all, it throws you false. Okay. Why we are going into these methods and all? So think practically, guys. So remember, so if you are using is all num kind of now, suppose for example, from the server or something, you got few strings, like hundreds of strings, and the project manager or the task, the manager which you have got is like, so remove the strings which have special characters and remove them, and only place the strings which doesn't have any special characters. At the time now, what you do is you take single string and you compare that and you use the is all num to it. If it is false, you'll remove it from the list. Are you getting it? So that's how, you need to think practically. So programming language is always easy when you have the logical concept in your brain. It's not about the syntax, or it's not about how you by heart the syntaxes and all. It's all about the concepts here. So understand the logical concept behind it, and then that's it. It is done, because you have Google out there. You can search in the Google for the syntax and all, right? But getting the logical concept is very crucial. It comes from practice only. Remember, the more you practice, the more logical your brain becomes. Okay. So that's why whenever I'm sharing the content, or whenever my class is done, please try to do the homework, whatever I'm saying that in the class. Okay, good. Okay. So next thing is alpha. Returns true if the string contains only alphabetic letters and is at least one character in length. Returns false otherwise. Okay, let's go to our Jupyter notebook and we'll use this is alpha. See, it's false because since we are having special character, I have removed it. It has come to true. And what happens if I use 1? See, so it only accepts alphabetic letters, that is from A to Z. Remember, like if you use a capital letter now, I'll remove this 1. See, that doesn't give any effect. So you can use capital letters or small letters, but use only alphabetic letters for this is alpha method. Okay, yeah, I have clearly mentioned the description here. So whenever you get time, look into this. Okay, good. Next is digit. Returns true if the string contains only numeric digits and is at least one length in character. Returns false otherwise. I'll go here. Okay, guys, see why I'm telling you about the methods and all. You might be a little bit bored or something, but yeah. So in data science, we are going to use methods a lot. So that's why I have given so many methods here, because once you get used to these methods now, then you come across the modules and all, then only you can use it properly. So that's why not only in data science, in any product will use it, but yeah, these are very important actually. Okay, so is digit. Okay, it is returning false since there is no digit there. If I use Rajesh one, it returns false because there are alphabets present inside the. Yeah, now it is returning true. See that, understand the difference between the methods, guys. Every method has got its own unique like properties. Okay, every method has got its own unique properties. Okay, next thing is lower. Returns true if all of the alphabetic letters in the string are lowercase and the string contains at least one alphabetic letter. Returns false otherwise. Yeah, so that means the lowercase letters and uppercase letters now. Okay, we'll go into our this thing, and yeah, so let's see, like if I use RAJESH and if I use is lower method, if I'm printing it out, see true. See, if I use a capital letter here, that means it contains one uppercase letter, right? So that's why it will not work. So if I use upper here, is lower, you can use is upper as well, same thing. It is false because see, only capital only R is uppercase now, the remaining letters are all lowercase now. So I'll remove those. See, yeah, is upper and is lower. Good. Okay, is space. So returns true if the string contains only white space characters. That means if there is any space between the, I mean, inside a string, then it throws you true. Otherwise, it throws you false. Okay, let us see this is space. Some methods might be deprecated due to there's a updation in the versions and all, but I don't know whether it will. I mean, it might work. So is space. It's a false. If I use space here and then if I give a name, no, it's not working, I guess. Space. So this version is deprecated. I mean, this I don't know whether it is deprecated. We'll see. White space characters, and it is at least one character in length. Okay, got it. So yeah. Yeah, see, if there is only space, like it's a string, it's an empty string, but it's a space, no? Then it returns true. So the white space characters is this. See, these are the white space characters actually. White space. See, I've selected it. So one space, there's a space between the quotations. So that space is called as white space characters. And if there is any space between the inside the string, no, empty string or something, it will return true to you. Good. And is upper, we have already seen it. Yeah. And here I have given example like of is all num, is digit. You can have a look at it and you can practice it out. Okay, these are the examples again. Yeah, lower, L strip, R strip, everything, you try it out. Like, yeah, the methods already have explained it. I've given the description here. I'll share the PPT with you and you can work on it. Okay. Remember, so the more you work on the methods, the better your programming language in Python will become. Remember that. Okay. So see, try to do it, guys. So whenever you have doubt, I'll tell you, because there's so many methods out there, we can't like discuss like this. Yeah, I'll tell you like a few more methods. Okay, for example, so we have a string called Rajesh, Naveen, for example. Okay, so if I print my string, yeah, so I need to split it, like split into like I need a Rajesh separately and Naveen separately. If you use split method, which is it is an inbuilt method again. So split accordingly with comma. So here you have this comma, right? This is a special symbol here, comma. So if you're splitting it to the left side of comma, Rajesh will be inside. This will create a list, and Rajesh will be assigned as index position 0, and after the comma, the Naveen will be assigned as the index position 1. Look at it. See? So it's a list. Okay. So now I'm sharing the, I'm like saving this split output inside another variable actually. So string list. Okay. See? Yeah. If I want Rajesh now, only Rajesh, what I'll do is string list of 0. Okay. Again, I'm explaining you. Listen carefully. So we are using str keyword, and we are using Rajesh comma Naveen here. It's a string. It's entirely a string now. So if you print out this, it gives you the output as Rajesh comma Naveen only. But if you want to separate the strings present inside a single string, if there is any separation between this symbol, special symbol like comma, use that special symbol. Here I am using comma. It might be any special symbol. Okay. I'm using comma here. It splits the entire string. Before the comma, whatever it has, it assigns that inside a list with index position 0. And after the comma, whatever it is there, it assigns that into a list with the index 1. For example, instead of comma, we have colon. Colon also it's a separator, right? So now, I mean, we can give that as a separator, like the colon part. See, the same thing. So if I print string list, see, the entire string is split into 2 halves here. Yeah, the entire string is split into 2 halves here. Good. So okay, so string dot upper, string dot lower, string dot title. Here I have already given a few basic capitalized, fact case, everything. You just give it a try, guys. You'll understand. Like, look at the output and try to understand what it is exactly, the methods and all. Because there's so many methods out there, we can't remember all the methods. Yeah, I know, but at least the small parts and small ones like the upper, lower, and all. Now, if you understand it now, automatically once you get the concept of methods and all, it's very easy for you actually. Okay, the split method also I have given here. You can try it out, and yeah, don't ignore this. I'll share this PPT with you guys today, but yeah, ignore the functions like def, whatever you have now, ignore it. I didn't tell you, so ignore it. Remaining all, you practice it out. Since we are not having classes Saturday and Sunday, right? I'll share this PPT as soon as possible. So try to complete the strings, entire strings. Like there are 24 slides here. So complete each and every example, whatever it is there in the PPT, and try to understand how it is working and all. Okay, clear?
So please share the PPT by tomorrow so that we can practice it.
Sure. I'll share the PPT by tomorrow. And see, it's very difficult for me to clarify all the doubts in the class. So what you can do is like write it down, whatever the doubts you have, like individually write it down, and I'll tell you like how to share it and all. Okay, individually write it down in notepad, something like that. I mean your text file or something, and I'll tell you how to share that with me. Okay. Yeah, we are good. So for today, yeah, guys, I'll share this PPT with you. Try to complete this homework, but don't look into the containers immediately. Like if you are interested, you can try it out. But yeah, I'll explain you. Okay, like the same thing. Whatever we are seeing now in the data types, it's like deep into the data types. That's it. Okay, that's it for today, guys. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me. If not, we can close the session, and I'll share the PPT with the coordinator. Yeah, he or she will be like sending it to you, and you can work on the homework. Remember, daily I will be giving you the I'll give you definitely the homework daily. You need to complete it. If you are not completing it, then I'm not going to explain it anything like about the homework and all. Okay, remember. Okay, good. Yeah, at least give it a try. Yeah. Now, yeah, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Yeah, today's
Sir?
session was smooth. Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah, please. Yeah, please, yes, yeah, please, go on.
this white space character we do not use any names, sir. Only we use
Yeah,
space, sir.
yeah, we use only space. The spaces and all it will detect.
Okay.
If there is any space inside the string. Okay.
Okay, sir. If we give any name, sir, then the output will comes as false, sir.
False. Yeah, that's what. No, like by you have seen the output, right? When I type that e space kind of that, right?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so that's what the false comes. Boolean expressions. Remember, when you are using is, no Boolean expressions. If you're not using is, like upper and all, definitely something will happen. Like an operation is done on your sample. I mean, the one which are saved.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah. Any more doubts or are we good? So I'll stop recording this session and we can meet on